Checking C1 Unit 46 grammar. This is the grammar part, and we'll start with how to form the passive. Okay, we see that the active, we have Mary, the subject, helped, the verb, and the boy is the object. In the passive, what was the object becomes the subject. The boy and the verb has an auxiliary now. The verb auxiliary is to be, and then the agent is by Mary. So by Mary. In the passive, the object of an active verb becomes the subject of the passive verb. The boy in A becomes the subject of the passive verb in B. Notice that the subject of an active verb follows by in a passive sentence. Notice that the subject of an active verb follows by the subject of an active verb, the subject, the agent, by in a passive sentence. The noun that follows by is called the agent. In B, Mary is the agent. In B, we have the same idea, same type of meaning. An active, C, an accident happened. The passive, there is none, because there is no object. Only transitive verbs, verbs that can be followed by an object, are used in the passive. It's not possible to use intransitive verbs such as happen, sleep, come, seem in the passive. Let's look at some of the forms. Okay, we have the simple present, Mary helps the boy. The boy is helped by Mary. The auxiliary to be is here. This is in the present form. So we have the present form of the passive. Simple present. Present progressive, Mary is helping the boy. Here we change the progressive auxiliary. We put the verb to be in the progressive form. The present progressive form is being. That might sound strange because we really don't use very often the verb to be in the progressive way. Only in certain circumstances, when you talk about a person's behavior. Tom is being stupid today. It's something that he doesn't usually do. So this is a little strange to see is being. But we need that because that is the present progressive form of the auxiliary to be. So the boy is being helped by Mary. That means that this action is happening now. Present perfect, Mary has helped the boy. The boy has been helped by Mary. Here the auxiliary to be is in the form of the present perfect, has been. Simple past, Mary helped the boy. The boy was helped by Mary. Was is the past form of the verb to be. Past progressive, Mary was helping the boy. Okay, this is the progressive in the past, so we can just make it the boy was being helped by Mary. Past progressive, the past perfect, Mary had helped the boy had been helped. So the verb to be, the auxiliary, in this case is had been. And we have the verb helped in the past form, the third form as always. Simple future, Mary will help the boy will be helped by Mary. We have will be, that's the future of the verb to be. We also can make the future with going to. Mary is going to help the boy. She has the intention, or maybe it's the possibility. The boy is going to be helped by Mary. Future perfect, Mary will have helped the boy will have been helped by Mary. So we have the future perfect, the verb will have been. Okay, so let's look at the question. Was the boy helped by Mary? F, is the boy being helped by Mary? And G, has the boy been helped by Mary? In the question form of passive verbs, an auxiliary verb precedes the subject. Just like in a normal question, we invert the subject and the verb to be, or the auxiliary has. Only the auxiliary has, not has been. Even though has been is in G, has the boy been helped by Mary? Only the first word, the auxiliary verb, precedes the the subject. The progressive forms of the present perfect, the past perfect, the future imperfect, and the future are very rarely used in the passive, as you can imagine. Those are mouthfuls. Okay, you can do the exercises 1, 2, and 3 if you have access to that. Using the passive, let's look at how it's used. Rice is grown in India. B, our house was built in 1980. C, this olive oil was imported from Crete. Usually the passive is used without a by phrase. The passive is most frequently used when it is not known or not important to know exactly who performs an action. Rice is grown in India. Rice is grown in India by people, by farmers, by someone. It's not known or it's not important to know exactly who grows rice in India. So all of these illustrate the most common use of the passage without the by phrase. Life on the Mississippi was written by Mark Twain. The by phrase is included only if it's important to know who performs the action, such as this sentence where by Mark Twain is important information. Life on the Mississippi was written. Okay, it doesn't make much sense to say it was written. It makes much more sense to say by Mark Twain. My aunt made this rug. This is active. The speaker knows who performs the action. Usually the action is used as in my aunt made this rug. This rug was made by my aunt. That rug was made by my mother. Sometimes, even when the speaker knows who performs an action, he or she chooses to use the passive with the by phrase because he or she wants to focus attention on the subject of a sentence. In F, the focus of the attention is on the two rugs. Okay, this is one of the reasons why we use the passive. We are talking about the rug, the rug, the rug, the rug. Yeah, the rug is blue, the rug is black, the rug is that, this one, that, there's that. And we want to keep the rug as the subject. We don't want to introduce my aunt made the rug because it's just the flow. It's the flow of the sentence. You want to use the rug as the subject. Let's look at another form, another aspect of the passive, what is called the stative passive. In A and B, old and green are adjectives. Okay, the door is old. B, the door is green. Okay, they describe, old and green are the adjectives. They describe the door. In C, locked is a past participle. It's like an adjective, it describes the door. C, the door is locked. That's the stative passive. Let me read that again. The door is old. Old is an adjective. The door is green. Green is an adjective. The door is locked. Locked is like an adjective, but it's actually a passive sentence because we have the third form of the verb lock and we have the auxiliary to be. It's a present tense. The verb is. Okay, when the passive form is used to describe an existing situation or state, as in C, the door is locked, F and I, as we'll see below, it is called the stative passive. It is, in the stative passive, no action is taking place. The action happened earlier, right? The door is locked. It was locked many hours ago. There's no by phrase. We don't say the door is locked by me. In the past, participle functions as an adjective. Okay, let's look at some other examples. D, I locked the door 5 minutes ago. The door was locked by me 5 minutes ago. Now the door is locked. Now the door is locked is stative passive. G, Anne broke the window yesterday. The window was broken by Anne. Now the window is broken. Now the window is broken is the stative passive. Prepositions other than by can follow stative passive verbs. J, I am interested in Chinese art. I'm interested in Chinese art. K, he's satisfied with his job. L, Anne is married to Alex. Okay, so we have interested in, satisfied with, married to. So those are other prepositions. They're quite problematic. We'll look at that a little bit later. M through P, these examples are idiomatic usage of the passive form in common everyday English. These sentences have no equivalent active sentence. So M, I don't know where I am, I'm lost. I am lost is like stative passive, but this action really is not, it's not from an active sentence. There's no equivalent active. N, I can't find my purse, it's gone. I am finished. I'm sure that's I am finished with my work. There must be a mistake here, sorry. I'm finished with my work, and I will emphasize that. I'm finished with my work. Not emphasized, but accented. And then I am done with my work. I am done. Okay? So if you can do exercises 4 and 5, let's look at the common stative passive verbs plus the prepositions that follow. We saw a couple of examples up here. I'm interested in Chinese art. Okay, many stative passive verbs are followed by prepositions other than by. I'm interested in Greek culture. He's worried about losing his job. Now, these prepositions are problematic because you cannot just invent another preposition. They are collocated. They are together. They're like glue. It's like one word. He's worried by losing his job. No, he's worried in. He's worried from. You can't use any other word except about with worried. Okay? Let's look at some of these combinations. To be accustomed to be acquainted with, to be addicted to be annoyed with, or to be annoyed by, to be associated with, to be bored with, or to be bored by, to be cluttered with, to be composed of, to be concerned about, to be connected to be coordinated with, to be covered with, to be crowded with, to be dedicated to be devoted to be disappointed in or to be disappointed with, to be discriminated against, to be divorced from, to be done with, to be dressed in, to be engaged to be equipped with, to be excited about, to be exhausted from, to be exposed to be filled with, to be finished with, to be frightened of or to be frightened by, to be gone from, to be interested in, to be involved in, to be known for, to be limited to be located in, to be made of, to be married to be opposed to be pleased with, to be prepared for, to be protected from, to be provided with, to be qualified for, to be related to be remembered for, to be satisfied with, to be scared of or to be scared by, to be terrified of, to be terrified by, to be tired of or to be tired from, to be worried about. Learn these by repeating. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Listen to it many times. Listen to this segment and repeat it. Let's look at the passive with get. Oh, get is such a fun word. There's so many meanings of get. Get may be followed by certain adjectives. Get gives the idea of change, the idea of becoming, beginning to be, growing to be. In A, I'm getting hungry. I wasn't hungry before, but now I'm beginning to be hungry. Okay, so here's A, I'm getting hungry. Let's eat soon. You shouldn't eat so much. You'll get fat. C, I stopped working because I got sleepy. Okay, this becoming. We have get plus the past participle. Get may also be followed by a past participle. The past participle functions as an adjective. It describes the subject. The passive with get is common in spoken English, but often not appropriate in formal writing. I stopped working because I got tired. Okay, this is very similar. I got tired. They are getting married next month. I got worried because he was 2 hours late. So we have get with the past participle. It's like an adjective. They are getting married. Married is like an adjective. They're getting tall, you could say. They're getting worried. Some of the common adjectives that follow get are angry, chilly, fat, hungry, old, thirsty, anxious, cold, full, late, rich, warm, bald, dark, good, light, sick, well, better, dizzy, heavy, mad, sleepy, wet, big, empty, hot, nervous, tall, worse, busy.